Okay, so Premier Doug Ford just finished up his press conference for, I gotta really remember the dates, but today is Tuesday. Um, not Nothing was really updated other than the fact that they're going to put electricity at peak. Sorry, they're going to take peak hours off and basically put it at the lowest consumption rate for the next 45 days. Basically, he said 6 weeks. So that's a good thing if you're staying at home. We're all using a lot of energy. Lights are on. We're watching Netflix. We got TV going. If you're running a business, it's going to help with your electricity consumption. Other than that, like nothing else was discussed, which is a little bit frustrating because they put everything pretty much on the essential business list. The only thing that's really closed that I could decipher was basically malls. And even then, they're not really closed because if you have a restaurant and they've got a separate entrance, you can go in and get whatever that is. So I get the doctors and actual essential services, but it's interesting to see kind of what's been going on here and how they're handling it. I will commend the Ford government for being very transparent. They've been upfront. There's really been nothing that they've been hiding, which I'm happy for. Now we are just deciphering what they're bringing out and how to handle that. So the construction industry, he did say that there's a lot of families waiting for new homes to be built, and that if they're completing in the next couple weeks or months, they want those families to be in their houses. Totally agree with that. In terms of the real estate industry, there are a lot of closings, people that have bought houses or sold their houses, and those transactions are firming up and finishing within the next couple weeks or months. Those have to happen. What I will say is, if you don't need to meet people, don't meet people. What we're learning as a society, which I've been doing for the last couple of years now, specifically with videos, updating clients, those sorts of things, is doing a lot of this. We can transition to a lot more online versus having to be in person. Now, I'm someone that likes to shake hands, likes to be in front of people, really try to be that presence. But I think a majority of us can transition to being more online. So if you don't have to meet people, don't meet people. Excuse me. He did mention if you want to go out with your family, like don't go to the park with 5,000 other people. Go for a walk around the block. If the park's empty and you want to throw the ball back and forth or kick the ball, that's fine. But if more people come, it's time to sort of disperse and go back home. So, a couple things I want to talk about. The rental market. What's happening with the renters? Everybody's asking, what are we going to do? Renters, how are they being handled? Here's the real and honest truth from my opinion, and I could be wrong, but from basically what I've deciphered, this is what's going on, and it's absolutely nothing. Really nothing is happening with renters. My other understanding is that landlords, if it's a secondary property and they're not going to get mortgage deferral unless it's a very specific case, and even still probably not. So if you're a renter thinking your landlord is getting their mortgage for free, which nothing's for free, basically the mortgage payments, if it happens, are being deferred up to 6 months, those mortgage payments still have to be made. So there's a lot of people online right now, specifically in some of the buy and sells, that are putting up, we're not paying rent April 1st. We're not going to be able to get evicted. You won't be able to get evicted now, but landlords can put you, if you don't pay, they can put you in a collection agency, so you're going to get chased down. It'll ruin your credit score, and at some point, you're going to get evicted. If you can afford to pay your rent, pay your rent. We all have responsibilities. It's a difficult time, but if we can continue to make payments, make them. If you can't, talk to your landlord. Call him or her up. Say, listen, I've just lost my job, or this is what's going on. I'm not going to be able to make this month's rent payment. Or if it's $1,000 or $2,000 and I can make a half month's rent payment, make a half month. Call your landlord, talk to them specifically, and explain your situation. A majority of them are in the exact same situations that you and I are in. They're going to want to work with you because they don't want to lose their house to a potential foreclosure or the bank collecting it. So we're all in this together. This isn't something that it's going to end tomorrow. So make sure that you are diligent. If you're renting, try to make your payments. You don't want your credit score being affected because this is going to come and go. Things like your credit score may take a long time to repair. If you absolutely can't make your payments, call your landlord. Okay? That's that. Right now is a perfect time to get a bunch of home renovations done. If you're at home and you're doing them yourself. So a good friend of mine, Peter, owns the Colourlands at Walker's Line in Upper Middle. It's called Colourland Benjamin Moore. If you call and place an order, I will put his contact information below. There's no one in the store except for him. He will make your order, and you can pay over the phone, and then he'll bring it outside when you show up. They sanitize everything. It's a great time right now to paint that kid's bedroom, repaint a master bathroom or bedroom, whatever you want to do. So it's a good time to do that. I will put Peter's contact info down below. Peter is a color connoisseur. He will help you pick out a paint color. If you're thinking gray, but you don't want to have too much green or blue or whatever in it, he will give you the top 3. You pick it, he'll make it, you paint it. Simple as that, okay? So that contact information is down below. I've had a lot of people over the last couple days, what's happening in the real estate market? What's going on? A lot of realtors saying, I don't know. I'm telling all my clients, I have no idea. We can't make market predictions. It's all very true. There's no crystal ball, and we don't know what's happening. I think the difference, though, from a lot of agents not having any clue what's going on versus a lot of agents who are doing a lot of research, understanding what's happening in the marketplace in the States, understanding what's going on globally. Everything is changing. So it's not business as usual. Housing prices could go up, they could stay stable, or they could fall. I think the longer this goes, from an educated perspective and looking back on what's happened with specific market terms, the longer this goes and the longer the economy is shut down and contracts, chances are market prices could potentially fall, which is great for buyers. And if you're a seller, it's not going to really affect you, because if you sell your house for a lower price, chances are you're going to buy a house for a lower price. This is all speculation. Home prices could also go up if this comes to an end very quickly. There's a lot of things that could happen. We're just not sure what's going to happen. Okay, so as we get more information, I am going to keep you specifically updated with what is going on each and every day. We are seeing a drop off in new listings. A lot of boards are limiting showings and not even allowing them. A lot of it's virtual showings now. My fear is that if you do make a move or want to make a move, that if you buy a house and it doesn't close for 60 or 90 days, which is fairly typical, not 100% sure where the lenders are going to be in that time period. Everything could be fine. There'd be no issues. But lenders, if the credit market starts to tighten up because we don't get back to work, there is no revenue for businesses, the government runs out of money, because we're expecting this to be 2 weeks, but reality is it's going to be longer than that. Who knows? The mortgage industry might tighten up significantly. One, with how they're lending, and 2, with how much money they're lending. So that's not to scare you. We don't know, but the longer this goes, the more implications it's going to be for our real estate economy as well as our general economy. So a lot to think about. I would suggest, if you're thinking about making a move and you're not sure, reach out, sold@kenparkin.com. You can always find me on Facebook, Instagram, all the socials. I'm there. I will respond to any DMs or phone calls or emails. Quickest and easiest way to get a hold of me is to DM me in Facebook and Instagram, or send me an email, sold@kenparkin.com. If you're thinking about making a renovation, specifically painting, talk to Peter, Colourland, Walker's Line, Upper Middle in Burlington. All his contact info, all his info is going to be down below. More of the same. If you're a renter, pay your rent. If you can't pay your rent, talk to your landlord. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be doing more updates, trying to keep you on top of it. You'll see the political side, you'll see the news side, and then you get our side. You get my side and my opinion. Trying to take the bias out of everything and just give you straight up information as it comes in. Hope all is well. It's Tuesday. This week's going by quickly. Stay up, stay safe. We'll look forward to a new video tomorrow. Have a great day.